Most people look at a Boston Terrier and think they understand the dog. Small, cute, funny little tuxedo, maybe a snoring clown with giant eyes. But if you actually live with one, you learn quickly that a Boston Terrier is not just a small companion dog. It is a compact, emotional, flat-faced athlete with a very specific operating system. Before we begin, please like this video and subscribe to Boston Terrier Land for more honest Boston Terrier tips. Today, you are getting 14 ways Boston Terriers are genuinely different from other dogs. 1. Their face changes every rule. A Boston Terrier's flat face is not just what makes it adorable. It is a brachycephalic skull, which means the nose, throat, and airway are squeezed into less working space. That is why snoring, noisy breathing, and sudden overheating should never be treated as harmless background sounds. For this breed, breathing is health information, and a quiet walk can become too much when the weather turns hot. 2. Their eyes carry real risk. Those huge round eyes make Boston Terriers look almost human. They also sit more exposed than the eyes of many longer-nosed dogs. A playful paw, dry air, rough grass, or one sharp branch can turn into a painful corneal injury. When a Boston squints, blinks strangely, or keeps one eye watery, the dog is not being dramatic. That is often a vet check waiting to happen. 3. They are athletes in formal wear. The tuxedo coat makes them look polite, but the body underneath is surprisingly sporty. Boston Terriers came from Bulldog and Terrier ancestry, so they often move with springy power instead of delicate little dog steps. They may nap like royalty, then explode across the room like a wind-up toy. This is why they need exercise, but not reckless exercise. 4. Heat beats them before tiredness. A Labrador usually slows down because its legs are tired. A Boston Terrier may slow down because the breathing system is struggling. That single difference changes everything. Your Boston might still look excited while the body's already working too hard to cool itself. Shade, water, early walks, and short sessions are not pampering. They are survival habits for a flat-faced dog. 5. They were built to watch people. Some breeds scan fields, trails, and fences. Boston Terriers study human faces. This breed was shaped into a companion, and that history appears every time your Boston checks your eyes before deciding how the room feels. They notice your voice, your stress, your schedule, and the tiny signs that mean you are about to leave. To a Boston, you are not just the owner, you are the emotional weather inside the home. 6. Their stubbornness is social negotiation. A Boston Terrier can understand you perfectly and still pause like a tiny lawyer reviewing the contract. This is not the same stubbornness you see in an independent hunting breed. Boston stubbornness is more like comedy mixed with negotiation. They want connection, but they also want the game to be worth joining. Training works best when it feels playful, rewarding, and respectful. Pressure usually makes them shut down or clown even harder. 7. Their playstyle is full contact. Many small dogs play by chasing, barking, or dancing around the edges. Boston Terriers often play with their whole body. They bounce, shoulder check, paw, twist, and wrestle like tiny gymnasts wearing tuxedos. It can be hilarious, but playmates need to be chosen carefully. A sensitive dog may find a Boston overwhelming, while another Boston may think it is the best party ever. 8. Their knees need attention. The Boston Terrier body is compact and muscular, but small breed knee problems can still show up. Luxating patella means the kneecap can slip out of place, causing skipping, limping, or a strange back leg hop. Owners sometimes laugh because the movement looks silly, but repeated skipping can mean discomfort, joint stress, or a problem your veterinarian should examine. 9. Their tail can hide structure issues. That little corkscrew or button tail is part of the Boston look. However, screw-tailed breeds can sometimes have spinal or vertebral differences behind that cute shape. This does not mean every Boston has a serious spine problem. It means you should notice pain, weakness, dragging feet, or changes in movement instead of assuming your dog is acting odd. 10. Their weight changes everything fast. A few extra pounds on a large dog may not look dramatic. A few extra pounds on a Boston Terrier can change breathing, heat tolerance, knees, stamina, and comfort. This breed often loves food with theatrical intensity, so begging can become a daily performance. Measured meals, small training treats, and a lean body are not about appearance. They are about giving your Boston's airway and joints less work. 11. Their coat is simple, not protective. Boston Terriers are easy to groom, but that short coat does not offer much insulation. Cold floors, chilly mornings, and wet weather can bother them more than their brave attitude admits. At the same time, that same coat does not protect them well from sun and heat. So the Boston wardrobe is not always vanity. Sometimes the sweater, shade, or cooling break is practical care. 12. Their noises are not always cute. Snorts, grumbles, snores, reverse sneezes, and tiny old man sounds are part of the Boston experience. Some noises are harmless personality. Other noises can be warnings. If breathing becomes louder, sleep gets restless, gums look pale or blue, or exercise suddenly seems harder, the cute soundtrack may be telling you something important. Learning your own dog's normal sound is one of the best health tools you have. 13. Their emotions fill the house. Boston Terriers are funny, but they are not emotionally casual. They can celebrate your return like you survived a shipwreck. They can sulk after being ignored. They can lean into your chest as if they are trying to plug themselves into your heartbeat. That intensity is beautiful, but it needs balance. A Boston should feel loved, included, and safe, while still learning that short periods alone are survivable. 14. They are gentlemen with spark. The nickname American Gentleman fits the tuxedo, the charm, and the people-loving nature. But underneath that polished look is a breed with bulldog toughness, terrier animation, comic timing, and a tender heart. They are not fragile lap ornaments, and they are not simple clown dogs. They are sensitive little athletes who need structure, humor, protection, and a human who understands the body behind the smile. When you understand those differences, your Boston's behavior starts making more sense. The snoring, the staring, the zoomies, the blanket obsession, and the stubborn little pause before obeying are all pieces of the same breed puzzle. If this helped you see your dog differently, comment below and tell us which Boston Terrier trait surprised you most. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to Boston Terrier Land for more ways to understand your little American gentleman.